Hey guys, Connor here. First of all, if you're coming in from TikTok, thank you for checking out my YouTube channel. Hopefully you enjoy this recipe video. It gets a little weird, it's a little funny. So this is my first video, so I was bound to make mistakes. Luckily, the mistake I made was very obvious and stupid, which was that I filmed everything like it was a TikTok. So if you're on your phone, you can just turn your phone sideways and it fills your whole screen. If you're on PC, obviously this looks really stupid, and I'm sorry for that. Hopefully you enjoyed the video anyway. If not, you can just rail me in the comments, insult my mother, do whatever you got to do. It's my first video. Give me a break. Hopefully my next one will be better. Anyway, enjoy the video and the Cheeto bread. Goodbye.
There I was, in my darkened laundry room on a Sunday afternoon, coming up on my third hour of direct eye contact with rEMi, when suddenly a cool wind washed over my being like the ocean lapping at the beach before the emergence of the goddess Aphrodite. It was as if a beautiful bird had flapped into my mind's cage and was perched upon my conscience, but its wings were so colorful its true form was unclear. What was this creation, gifted unto me by my god muse, that so frustratingly shielded its true beauty from my mind's eye?
Combine one flavor with another, and something totally new is created.
Cheeto bread. Alright, so we're going to see if we can make this Cheetos mac and cheese, bold and cheesy, creamy cheese, so easy to love, made with authentic Cheetos cheesiness. That's a lot of sodium. Into a delicious bread. Okay, so let's crack into this guy. Oh, I love that sound. What's in this box here? Let's see. A bunch of noodles. Where's the cheese packet? Oh, here it is. Okay, pull that out. Shake it around for no reason. And then flick it. Great. Looking good. So we're going to start this bread just like we normally do. We're basically going to throw 300 grams of strong bread flour in. Then some VdbuyaG, Vital Wheat Gluten, folks. Put this in your bread. It is a hack. It will make your bread better. And then a little bit of salt. 2% salt. And then we're going to go in with our Cheetos cheese. Cheetos cheese. Cheetos cheese. Okay, come on. Yeah, can't get into it. We're not cavemen. We have technology. I spilled it everywhere. Okay, god dang. Well, anyway, taking a look at it, it is radioactive orange. Looks like strontium-19. Gonna just dump about half of it in. I'd say that's plenty. Yeah, that's probably too much. Okay, that's way too much. Okay, that's enough. Oh, a little more. Okay. Then some food-colored water. This is going to be a 65% hydration loaf. I wanted the color to be orange, so I put some orange food coloring in it. And it worked. This looks like Cheeto dough. So before we auto-lease, I'm just going to do a little window pane test and see how everything's doing. Get my hands wet. And that's a pretty good window pane for no auto-lease yet. That's really not bad. Gonna get the old thumbs up here. So we just had an auto lease. That's basically where you just set it aside for 20 minutes. And yeah, that's a good one, guys. That's a beautiful window pane for just an auto lease. So we're gonna go in with the starter. It's a 1-to-1 starter. I'm gonna do about 60 grams here. Okay, about 70 grams here. 75. Okay, and then get that off your finger, of course. Nasty. And in the resting dish, gonna do another window pane. Wow. That's like crazy good. That's really good, guys. Oh god. So we're doing our stretch and folds here. This is our first stretch and fold. We let it bulk rise for an hour. You can see it's risen a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, sorry. And yeah, we're just stretching it out, building that gluten up, making sure we have a nice chewy, crunchy loaf. Little tippy tap. And that's sounding good right now. So we're just doing more stretches and more folds, stretching and folding and stretching and folding for the next 3 hours, letting that thing rise up and building that gluten up all the time building that gluten. And we're going to give it a little check here.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and so that's when I realized it tasted like a Cheeto. Pretty crazy. So we're putting some flour down. We're going to shape this guy now. We're dumping them out on the countertop. And this is kind of hard if you haven't built your gluten up well, but like I said, our gluten's really good, so it came out super easy. Okay, so the idea here is that flour, we want to shove that under our loaf, just like this. Okay, you want to make sure there's no wet spots on the bottom, but all the flour that's left, you just want to get rid of. And I almost did it pretty smooth here, but I hit the loaf, so loser. Wah, wah. Now, with a really gentle hand, you're going to want to pull it into a rectangle like this, just so you can get ready to do a little book fold. There's fold 1, went pretty well. Fold 2, was a failure, and it's okay, we're recovering. Beautiful. Now roll it up like a cigar, keeping it tight, tension the whole time. And look at those bubbles. Wow. That is a sign of really good gluten development when you get bubbles that thin. But you want to pop them when you see them. Otherwise your bread will have gigantic bubbles in it. You don't need that. And I'm just going to make this seam here. Just want to make sure everything's nice and tight. It's not going to come undone on me. So we're pinching that closed and pinching that closed. There's my head. Idiot. And we're going to pick it up. And that was smooth. Brush the flour off and into the Banton. Boop. Love that. Anyway, we're going to pull our bread out of the fridge now. It was cold proofing in there for about 24 hours. It's looking great. Look at this. I'll give it a little tap. And you're listening for a nice hollow thud when you do that. Oh, yeah. And it sounds good. It sounds really good. That's where we want to be. So we're going to flip it out onto some parchment paper here. And I like to brush the rice flour off the bottom a little bit. It can get a little grainy, and I do have a plan here, which is basically to dust this loaf down with that cheese dust. Normally you would do this with flour, but I decided that I would, bake a little bit of this cheese on, make sure that Cheeto flavor really comes through. I'm going to put a little on afterwards, too, just so it sticks to your fingers and it looks like you're eating Cheetos, but yeah, so I'm just going to rub this in, make sure it's all over that whole loaf. And this is really fun. I mean, I can't tell you how much fun I'm having right now. You can kind of tell just from my generally random hand movements. I'm going to get all 4 sides of this. Just make sure it's nice and covered in this delicious, delicious radioactive cheese. Pulling out the lamb here. Going to score it. This is always so satisfying. Oh, yeah. Love that. Let's do it again. Yeah. Oh, yeehaw. Yep. One more time. Okay, why not? Whoa. Okay. Everyone loves that. And I see why. It's so satisfying. Awkward thumbs up and into the oven. 25 minutes in there, and it comes out looking like this beauty. Oh my God. Nice browning on the outside. Gonna dust it down and then take a look. So as you can see, that came out beautifully. We're going to cut into this puppy. I'll shut up for a second so you hear the crunch. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, let's get that crumb shot, baby. Let's see how we did. Oh, look at that color. All right, let's put this on a platter. Get the final product.